Hello dear students, welcome to the lecture 9 of Introduction to Programming with C# course. So today we will see about tabs, FileStream, using list reversal, user-defined classes, and if we can complete these, we will see these ones as well. Okay, so I will start with showing binding this box to a certain data object. To display that, I will be using lecture 8 source code. Then we will compose a new project with lecture 9. So if you remember, we had composed some ListBox items, and we had added them to our ListBox. Let's run the application. Okay, so we were able to add random numbers, and we were able to modify them like this. Okay, what I want to show you is that it is possible to bind a data source to the list box. Okay, to do that, let's just add a new button. Okay, so let's open the design and add a new button. You see, it is showing that this is the stack area of that object. So I'm going to add the button here, which is empty. Okay, and let's give it a name. btn data source binding. Okay, I will add this button to here. Actually, we have more space here. And let's change its name. Okay, and click event. Okay, what I am going to do is I will compose some number of random numbers, random numbers, and add them to a list box list. Okay, yeah, let's generate 10 random numbers. Okay, so I am composing a list from type of ListBox item, which is a generic type from System Windows controls ListBox item. And let's say by the way, this is not array but list, so let's name it as like this. And here we will generate a new random number. Next dot string this. I think we can also get some random colors. Let's check it out. Let's see how we can pick a random element of enum. Okay, it is like this. So I will assign random colors to the foreground and background. So the type will be brushes here, and random brush will be like this. So let's add these to here for more performance, and let's get another random. Okay. So I need a brush, not brushes. Okay, let's try this. I am not sure it will work or not. And I will add this generated item to my list. Okay, so let's recap this source code. First, we have generated a list from the type of ListBox item. Then we have generated a random. Actually, we can use the same random for both purposes. Okay, and we have generated a random object, and we have generated an array values, which is getting the values of brushes type. Okay, brushes is a enum. I wonder if we can see the enum values. Yeah, we can see the enum values. Enum values are like this. You see, they are colors actually. Okay, these are the values of enumeration. So each one is defined like this: solid color brush, and you get the color name. So what will this code do is it will get all values you see here. Where was it? Let me show you. You see here, you see this is from metadata from the system Windows Media Brushes assembly, or DLL, we can say that. And it will get all of them into this array. Let's run the application and see whether it is working that as we intended or not. Okay, so I click the button. Okay, it looks like, okay, so brushes is not working. Then what I need is maybe brush. Yeah, let's try this. This is also not an enumeration type. Interesting. So maybe we need to do something else. Maybe solid color brush. Yeah, this may work. Let's try this. It is also class, not an enum. This will also probably not work. Yeah. Okay, then not. Okay, then. So what is this? Solid color brush from brushes transparent. So I need to get the list of solid color brush. And solid color brush is a class which has color property. Let's see if someone has asked it. Yes, someone has already asked it. Okay, this is some advanced code. However, we will just use the reflection. Yeah, this is some advanced code. Okay, this looks much easier one. I will just copy and paste it. Yeah, it looks like working. And here, instead of here, we will use this. And it says you need this is dictionary string solid color brush. Okay, I can do it like this. Select or values. I don't need to dictionary. I just need this actually to list. And to do that, I will remove it. Okay, then let's make it like this. Work. And here we will just use like this. We don't need this. And we need okay, let's try. So this code is some advanced I think reflection code. Don't try to understand it. It gets all of the fields of colors defined, and you see now I have the list of solid colors here. Okay, oh, I see there as an object, and now they should work, I think. Let's see. Okay, it is working. Random brush 1, random brush 2, and yeah. Yeah, it is working as expected. Okay, nice. So this is an advanced code. What I am doing here is I am dynamically okay. Okay, yeah, this is a good explanation. And yeah, this I have written it correctly. Okay. Okay, then once we have composed our list, we will change the data source of what was our list box name here. We will change the data source of item source of the list box as the our list, and it should work as expected. Let's try it. Yeah, it is working. Custom item something interesting. The colors are working, but the content. Okay, because of the content. So this will be this. I don't use the data context anymore. Okay, so when you assign something to when you bind some data source to element, whenever that data source gets updated, it will update the bound element as well, bound object as well. What I mean is, so I am defining the list box here, so they can be used list box item list here, so I can reference it here, and whenever I add an element to this list, it will be added to it will be reflected back to my list box. So let's run it and see what I mean. Okay, currently this list box item source is bound to my list here. Okay, so whatever the change I make to this list should get reflected to list box, because the list box, the item source of the list box is set to this list, you see. Okay, so let's try it. Okay. Okay, it looks like we are having an error, and let's see why. What kind of error we are having. Okay, so let's look for this error. We are having an error right now. I think it is because of the list box is not printed yet, therefore it cannot bind it. To get it bound, I need to call a method after main window initialization. So I can do it with like, okay, call event after WPF form is loaded. So how do we do that? Shown. Yeah, there is shown element and begin invoke after loading. Okay, you see there is these after loading, these activated. So after this form is activated, I need to call a method and bind my list. So I was expecting prop top, yes, and here I will bind my ListBox. So you see, if you try to bind a graphical element of the user interface to something, it should be printed on the screen. And let's try now. I believe it will work. Okay, still not working. So what problem we still have? Maybe our activated thing is incorrect, because let's try it. Let's see when it is called, when the method is called, it is after loaded or not. Raw and null. Oh, I see. Since my ListBox is still null, let's see it. Okay. Okay, data context here, item source. Let's check it out. Is initializer true? Input bindings. Item binding group null. After I do this, it is still null. Items here. Item source count 0. Okay. So what is the problem with this? Okay, it is getting bound again. Okay. Wow. Why it is getting keep called? So this is not the action we want. This activated. Maybe shown or initialized. Let's make the binding manually for now, because this is not our true concern at the moment. So I will bind the data source manually here. I will just call the binding method. What was our method name? Here. Let's call it as so you see it is expecting me from object sender and event args e. I can provide both as null, because I don't need those objects at the moment. And let's see if it will work or not. I believe it will work. Okay. Yes, it is working now. So it is about something. I think it is about initialization. So now, oh, it only works one time binding. Why it is not getting updated? Maybe we need to use refresh. Yeah, after we add our item, I will call the refresh and see whether it will make any difference or not. Yeah, now it is working. Okay. So instead of manually calling the refresh, we can do like this, I think. I can add an event to this. How can I make an event? Let's check the event bindings. Hmm. I see. Anyway, let's make it like this so you get the idea. What I'm going to do is so it will only bind if it is null, equal to null. So we don't bind it multiple times, and we will just call items refresh. So whenever we update the list, we will call the items refresh, and therefore we will be able to modify the item source and get the list, refresh it. Maybe we should use data source, not the item source. That is the reason. But there is no data source, I believe. Yeah. Oh, I see. However, there is no data source for the ListBox on WPF. However, item source is not working as expected. Is not a, it doesn't work. Interesting, very interesting. So I am doing debugging to see what is the error, what is the cause of the error. An item's control is inconsistent with its item source. So we may be needed to do call this here. Let's check it out. Okay, now it is working. So we have to call our method whenever we add an item to our list. I think we can also bind some event to ListBox adding. Okay, for now it should be sufficient. So now you get the idea of how to bind a list and that list will be displayed on a list box. This is how item binding works. There are also more advanced things, but for this semester this is sufficient. Let's continue with the code of lecture 9. You see, when you encounter a problem, you just don't give up. You look for solutions. You look for ways to solve that problem. This is what is about being a software engineer. You don't memorize everything. What you need to be able to do is you need to be able to find a solution for your problem. You need to be able to look for solution. Okay, this is what we do. We don't memorize, but we solve problems. Okay, I'm composing a new project. By the way, lecture 9. Okay, it was called like this, I think. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, now we start with tabs. In the project, we have given you as a semester project, you need to use tabs. Okay, tab control. And tabs are really easy to use. So we start with adding a tab control like this. You see automatically generated tabs. And you see they have generated some tabs like this. Let's modify their colors to see their difference. When I click this, it should bring me up color selection. Okay, it shows, but it didn't bring up the color selection. Maybe from brush, yeah, from brush element. Okay, so let's pick a color from here. Okay, let's make it like this, and let's make this one like this. So okay, I am running the application to see the how tabs are working. Tabs are extremely useful. They let you to organize your interface in a way quickly and um, in a decent way, in a decent quality. You see, now they are completely different screens. Okay, and now I can add any elements to each tab, and I can add more tabs to my screen like this. I am doing copy paste, and let's give this one a different color background. Okay, so now the top 3 is not displayed as okay, it is updated now. Refresh it. So these are the headers. Let's change the header of the top. Let's say login, or just maybe yes, login. Then register. Then, for example, calculator, which you will do in your project. Okay, so now my tabs have header names, and I need to also add name to be able to access them from background code. Okay, from code behind, to be able to access them, I need to add them unique names as any object. Okay, so I'm going to name them as tab login, and name tab register, and name tab calculator. Okay. All right, so when you click on them, you see they are also getting updated, changed here. So while this tab is focused, I will add objects to them, and see, we need FileStream using usage list reversal user defined classes. Okay, let's start with FileStream. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add a button to first tab. Yeah, okay, and you see the button is placed under the grid inside the tab login. Okay, and let's name it as FileStream example, and let's keep name as btn FileStream. Okay, and let's compose a click event. Okay, streams are continuous data processing, as it is coming from the name itself. It is self-explanatory. Let's say you are going to continuously write some data to a text file. The most efficient way would be opening a file stream. To be able to add file stream, we are adding using system system.io input output operations, and we will open a file stream. Okay, fl equal to new file stream from. You see, it may take a handle, it may take a path with file mode. We will work with a path for now. Okay, so let's name it as numbers.txt. So the file mode will be file mode dot. Okay, there is open. If you open it, it says specifies that operating system should open an existing file. The ability to open the file is dependent on the value specified by the file access enumeration. A file not found exception is thrown if the file does not exist. Okay, so there is open. If you choose open and if that file does not exist, it would give you an error. If you choose create option, what errors there are? It says unauthorized access exception may thrown, may happen. There is open or create. So if the file exists, it will open it. Otherwise, it will be created. There is also append. There is create new. Create new would overwrite the previous file. Okay, so let's start with open or create. There is owns handle, and there is file access. So the file access will be read and write. So we will get the full access of the file. So this file streams will be valid until they will be opened until they are closed. So you see there are some number of exceptions that can happen. Argument null exception, argument exception, not supported exception, file not found exception, IO exception. And currently none of this should happen. There could be system security exceptions as well if you don't have valid file access mode permission. You can get system security exception. Okay, so meanwhile our file is open, we can use write. You see the write takes byte array, offset and count this time, and there is also begin write. So the file streams are different from file write line or file write or such. They write bytes of data. You see, writes a block of bytes to the file stream. So let's find an example code. Okay. Okay, this writes another data to the file. Yeah, this is a good example. So to write a stream of data, we will use this. We will download the favicon of Toros edu.tr. We can find the favicon of the Toros, which is here, you see, from page source. Okay, here the favicon files. Let's write this one. Okay. However, this time we will write it as image. Okay. To do it, I think, yeah, there is create. This is create example. Okay, first let's save the source code. Then we will do the other example. Source code of Toros. And what we are going to do is, okay, it says using. Oh, this method is working. Okay, let's first make download of the source code here. and you see it is getting as byte, and says await. We don't use await right now, and okay. I think we need something else, not the HTTP client. I think HTTP client handler, and dot download or something. No, not this one. It is, I think, web browser. There was an easy class for downloading web page. Okay, WebClient. Yeah. Currently, it is not in our references, so I will add it here. Client, and with WebClient, I will download it. You see download data, download string. So download data gets string address, and it downloads data as byte. Okay. So I will say the source code bytes like this. Then I will write it here. Right. So it will ask me read only span byte buffer and byte array. So we have byte array here, and it asks us the offset. The offset is 0 because we will write the entire byte, and the count maximum of nice byte will be equal to source code bytes dot length. Then this file will be remaining open like this. Okay. So meanwhile, either this method is executed and finish it, or I manually close the file, it will be locked. Okay, what I mean is, let's open the debug folder here. Okay, there is nothing so far. I click it, so it is currently downloading the web page. You see it is synchronous, therefore my interface has frozen. Okay, it has downloaded. The source code bytes are like this, 70,000 bytes. They are written to the file here. However, oh, it is already here. You see the entire byte array is written to the file. Let's see how many bytes it is. Yeah, it is about 70,000 bytes. Let's compare it with this one. Yeah, exactly like that. And can I modify this file at the moment? Let's try it. You see, it says the file cannot be saved and it may be protected. Do you know why? Because this file stream is still open. So after you are done with both web client and file stream, you have to close it. So I will call the close. The close will also flash the file, and I will close. There is close or what? There is dispose. Yeah, there is dispose, and I will call the dispose. So the dispose network or let's say network input output or input output you see when you are using an input output object like you are using disk, okay, you should dispose it off or close it. I think after you close, I wonder if there is dispose. Yeah, there is also dispose like this. Because it will free up the resources. Okay, so let's say you are using web clients and web clients would use your network. Therefore, they would open connections and you need to close them and dispose them. Otherwise, your network may get overloaded with opened connections and not closed connections. This is true for database connections as well. We will see them in the next semester. We don't need them right now. So you should, if the object you are using has dispose method, you should call them. You see, releases all resources used by the stream here, or releases all resources used by the system component model component. So if your object has implemented dispose, you should use it. So this is a simple and effective way of web client downloading. Okay. Okay, what else there is? So with the web client, with the file stream, we could also use the example here. I never use the file stream normally in my applications. I use either StreamWriter. Did we show the StreamWriter? I wonder that. Or File.Write or File.Read. Since I also give this semester object-oriented, I am sometimes getting confused. Yeah, we have shown StreamWriter, so we are just showing you how to use FileStream. So this is the files. This is this file stream. Actually, I never use it. And let's make another example with downloading our favicon like this. Okay, let's first check it out. It is working. And here. Oh, it requires asynchronous download. So I think we can use same for this as well. Since I have disposed of the web client object, this will throw an error. Okay, I will show you what I mean. So when I run this application, it will tell me that the web client object does not exist anymore. Because when you dispose an object, it is gone from the memory, from the application forever. Therefore, I have to reinitialize it. So let's click and see the error. Oh, it didn't give error. This is weird. So probably the download method uses new initialization. Oh, it just released the resources and the object still remains probably. Yeah. So I knew it incorrectly. So the source bytes. So I have downloaded the icon as byte. Then I am going to write it as an echo file, and let's see it. Okay, let's check the properties. It says it's unknown. Okay, it says a sharing violation occurred while accessing. So since still I didn't. Okay, since the mode is create, therefore I cannot access it. So after this, I will just call close, and let's check it out. Okay, after the application has ended, the echo file is done. Okay, it is working as expected. So this is how you use file streams, download them, write them. You can also set the index of the offset of the bytes. Everything in the hard drive is kept as bytes actually. So when I click this edit with .NET, Notepad++, it is displayed like this because this is actually a byte array. Okay, it is at the end composed by zeros and ones. So basically you can read every file as byte array. So let's read an existing byte here, existing file as bytes. So okay. You see, since I have a smaller case letters, it is giving me an error. C# is name. C# is both name and case sensitive. And let's compose a click event. So this time I will read, for example, this image as bytes. So I'm going to save it to our debug folder. Here, and let's say picture.png. So let's read it as bytes. By the way, when you compose a file stream, you can set the sharing options. So if I set it as locket read, the other processes will not be able to access it. So let's give its name as picture PNG, and let's set the access as read, and let's set the file access as read, and we have set it already. Okay, there's file share. Okay, I need file share. File mode is open, file access is read, file share is okay, there is read, none, write, delete, so I will set it as none. Declines sharing of the current file. Okay, so bytes equal to fs read, read bytes. Okay, read bytes, read all. I wonder if there's read all. Yes, so it looks like read byte is reads a byte. So let's try it. Debug. Okay, so currently I can access this file as usual. I'm clicking and clicking edit, and it's getting opened. So once the file stream is opened, when I click the edit, you see a sharing violation occurred while accessing because I have set share mode as none. And let's see here, there is length, can read, can seek. Okay, okay, there is method, I think, read all bytes. So you see, this is the way of reading it. Okay, I think I get the idea. You see, these are the most basic commands. There are much higher level classes that we can use that can read entire file as string or as bytes or such. FileStream is the lowest level of programming. Therefore, I wouldn't suggest you to use it. And let's read it. File. Okay. Let's say and It says read byte is integer, and it is if, okay. Equal if no break, otherwise add to the list. Okay, and it is integers. Integer to byte. Sometimes I have to make it. Oh, by the way, x minus 1. Okay, now it should work. Okay, this is a looping method. Also, there is another way. Fs read close. So I am releasing the file, then bytes all equal to file read all bytes. Okay, so the file class really makes our job much easier in most cases. Okay, this will open the file, read all bytes, and close the file. Okay, so this is equal to all of these. Okay, and then you can also convert it to list. Therefore, it will be a list instead of array. So let's run the application and see. Normally, file read all bytes return array. However, I called the toList method. It's an extension, and it converts byte array to byte list. Okay, let's read it. So let's check it out. LST bytes is like this. These are the bytes of integers. So a byte can be between 0 and 256 because it is 8-bit. A byte is 8-bit, and they are same, as you can see. I'm going to take a pause. Now it should be clear to you that how to use FileStream. Okay, so you see we are using close or dispose. There is another way of doing these operations in a, let's say, better way. It is using methodology. The using methodology disposes of everything, every object composed inside its scope. Okay, here. That means it is here. So let's find a more formal definition. Okay. Okay, C# using statement.
C# and .NET provide resource management for managed objects through the garbage collector. You do not have to explicitly allocate and release memory for managed objects. Cleanup operations for any unmanaged resources should be performed in the destructor in C#.
So you see there is managed objects and unmanaged objects. That is the key point here.
To allow the programmer to explicitly perform these cleanup activities, objects can provide a dispose method that can be invoked when the object is no longer needed. The C# using statement defines a boundary for the object outside of which the object is automatically destroyed. The using statement in C# is exited when the end of the using statement block or the execution exits the using statement block indirectly. For example, an exception is thrown.
So even exception happens inside using block, it will still clear all of the objects inside using.
The using statement allows you to specify multiple resources in a single statement. The object could also be created outside the using statement. The objects specified within the using block must implement the iDisposable interface. The framework invokes the dispose method of objects specified within the using statement when the block is exited.
So you can also manually call dispose method, or you can use using. You see, they have to have iDisposable interface, and it seems like with C# 8 we can also use using without braces. It is like this. Okay, so the aim of using method is here.
The using statement ensures that dispose or dispose async is called even if an exception occurs within the using block. You can achieve the same result by putting the object inside a try block and then calling dispose or dispose async in a finally block. In fact, this is how the using statement is translated by the compiler. The code example earlier expands to the following code at compile time. Note the extra curly braces to create the limited scope for the object.
Okay, so you see there is also try catch and finally. Finally is something that is executed after either try finish it or the catch finish it. So it is always executed, and best way would be using like this. Let me show you. So using resource, as you can see, to show you how to use using properly, I'm going to define a new web client like this. Okay, and inside here I can use download file, download string, download data, and you see it downloads byte, download file, downloads any file. Let's download file this time, and I will download this as a file. Okay, file name will be apple logo.png, and here. So this will be disposed of after using statement. It won't be available here. Let me show you. When I type like this, it will say me that the name WBB2 does not exist in the current context. So this element is limited to this context, or the elements I compose here, such as sr temp file name equal to, let's say, like this, and I am typing like this. So this does not exist. Okay, okay, this doesn't exist as well. For example, you see it will tell me that the name srtemp file name does not exist in the current context. Okay. Can we do something like this? Let me show you. No. Why? Because string type used in a using statement must be implicitly convertible to system iDisposable. The strings does not have disposable interface because they don't need. Whenever the references to string is not available anymore, they are automatically collected by the garbage collector. So this is the way you using. When you should use. When you are working with hard drive, manipulating objects such as StreamWriter or FileStream, or when you are working with database objects, database modifying objects, or when you are working with network related objects such as WebClient, HTTP client, and etc. So should you use FileStream? No, use StreamWriter or File.Write, read, etc. Use FileStream only when it is absolutely necessary. Okay, let's note this as well. And Y2. Okay, so we can continue to our lecture. Okay, so we have shown, I will continue to show more with tabs. So let's add something to our tab 2 here. By the way, these names are being somewhat misleading. Oh, you see, while I was trying to get to the tab 2, I have accidentally added some extra information here. I will remove them with Ctrl Z, and I will change from the XML. So let's say tab 1 and tab 2 and tab 3. Okay, so let's give the name as well like this. Tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. So let's add something to tab 2. I will add there a ListBox. Okay, my ListBox is currently taking the whole space. I will edit width as 200. Okay, now I will resize it like here. Okay, let's make it like something like this. Okay. What I'm going to show you is how to sort and reverse lists. Okay, so let's add a button. I don't know if we have shown the reversal. Maybe we have shown it. If we have shown, I don't need to show it again. Here we have shown the list reversal, no need to show it again, so I will just bypass this. And user defined class. I think we have also shown it here at the lecture 8 by yes, custom class. Okay, I will pass it as well. You don't need at this lecture. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we can continue with this part. So let's just remove all the changes we have made. I am using Ctrl Z. Okay, it looks like okay. Now I can continue. So I will add these to top 4. I will move them to top 4. So let's add here top random and random buttons. Okay, I will make it random buttons, and I will move them here. You see, it takes a grid. They require to be inside a grid, and the grid is already there. It is not automatically handled. So okay, it has automatically completed. And let's change the last ones like this. Okay, so login. How can you design a login? By the way, my aim right now is not designing a beautiful user interface. It is totally up to you to make your user interface better. So first we need to code register system, then people can log in. Okay, let's add here a button for going to register. Okay, let's make it like this. Okay. Okay, so if a person doesn't have an account, we are adding a button here to go to register. We can change the properties of this button. Okay, there are background of the button like this. I don't know if we can make something better. You see there are, yeah, looks like there are some styles. System brush resources. Okay, I will use this, or maybe use this. Anyway, it is not important how you design, it's up to you. Okay, let's make the button like this. And you see background dynamic resources, X static system colors, mirror brush key. It's automatically added. And I will add a click event like this. So when this button is clicked, what will happen? It will focus to top 2. Okay, so top 2 is top register, and I will say I will use the focus, and I don't know, maybe there are is selected to, I don't know if we need this or not. Let's just comment this at first. So when you are doing your project, do something, verify it whether it is working or not, then move to the next thing. Okay, so do your programming step by step, not do everything at once. I'm clicking it. Okay, it is working. Now the register tab is selected, as you can see. Okay, and we can also add some extra buttons here. Like, let me show you how we were adding that. Yeah, like this. I will explain you what I am talking about. Top item, what is there are top control item template. We can make it like this. Let's see from here what we have. Top controls. Top control item. Maybe we can make it like top item and the header will be, let's say, next. Okay. And on click, mouse double click, or let's say what we can make it. Let's check the events, possible events. Okay, when this item is clicked, it will move to the next tab. However, I am looking for adding tab button. And inside here, what we can put is grid, stack panel, top control, top item header, top item, scroll viewer, perhaps stack panel. And here, let's add a button. No, not this one. Oh, okay, I see. So this is how it is done. Top item, header template. Okay. So let's remove this and button. Okay. And content will be next. Okay, let's find an icon. I will also add an image, so we'll see it. Okay, so the next button will be, let's find something from here. I think you can use this one. Let's make it, or let's use here this one. Let's download this. Next, and I will edit as background image. Okay, so image fields content. So let's make this image button. Content. I think we can pick it from this, yeah, image source. Okay, let's add it from here. I think it is adding right now. Okay, and let's make it done. Fill. Okay, let's see how it is looking. Okay, button has a now button background with image brush, next png. I think it is added inside debug folder. Oh, it's not here. Then where it is? It is not visible right now. Okay, let's add a folder for images. And let's add our image inside this folder. Add existing item, yes. And from desktop, I will add next button image. Okay, and here I will drag and drop like this. Image source, okay, like this. Yes, and okay, let's run the application. I think we still need something. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we have to determine width and height. Okay, it says we have some problem around here. What may be it? Okay, the tile node is tile. Let's make the stretch is as fill, and let's make the width 20 and 8 20. Okay, now the button appears. Maybe we can make it a little bit bigger. Are there auto, I wonder? Yeah. Let's make it 30 and 30. Okay. So this is how it looks. Tile nodes. Let's change this. Okay. So when this button is clicked, we will move to the next tab. Okay. So click event will be like this. So to do that, we will keep tab change. Okay. Okay. So our tab control must have some name, and here let's give it a name. Menu tabs. Okay, and menu tabs dot selected index. If your selected tab is bigger than 3. How many tabs we have, by the way? We have 4 right now, and we will have a back button as well. Let's compose back button too. Okay, and this is next, and this will be previous. Okay, let's flip horizontal. By the way, this is not a very good resolution image, so we need something like 32 pixels. Let's find something better. Next, it will look better, by the way, if we find something. This is forward. This free pick is really good for finding some resources. I mean icon 8 or icon not the okay. Download. Oh, this is free, pay to have. Let's find free icons. Oh, they don't look good. Let's find from here. Okay, let's download it as 32 pixel. Okay, nice. And okay, this will be next, and this will be previous. Okay, now let's add them to our images folder. Add existing item, and let's add them like this. Yes. Okay, and this button should get updated, I think. Anyway, maybe it will get updated when we run it. So I'm going to try adding 2 buttons like this, and it says, yeah, it doesn't allow 2 buttons inside one data template. So maybe this will work, I'm not sure. No, let's try like this. Okay, so let's fix it, and next. Okay, so this will be previous, and this will be btn previous. Okay, on click, new event handling, and click. Okay. So first, let's get the number of tabs. Equal to many tabs, items count. Okay. And how many non-visible tabs we have? We have next and previous, which is 2. So real, let's make it like will be equal to -2. So if many tabs dot selected index is bigger or equal to actual number of tabs, by the way, can it be bigger or equal to? If selected index is 3, we have 4, -1, we have to add it here. The selected index will be minus, by the way. This is previous click, therefore if the selected index is 0, we will get back to actual number of tabs -1. Else we will just decrease index by 1. Okay, this is equal to, I think I have shown this previously, but let's reminded like this. And let's move this as well. This time, if the selected index is equal to this, the next index will be 0, otherwise it will be plus plus. Okay, so let's run this and see if it is working or not. So these two buttons will let us navigate through many buttons. Okay, we have somewhere here line 34 in the XML. Okay, which is here. It says we have some error, but what error we have? It looks like correct. Let's try to run again. It says previous PNG, previews. Okay, it is there though. Interesting. IO exception cannot locate resources, images. Yeah, maybe I need to remove this. Okay, let's run it again. Okay, I think I know the reason. Because this folder is not inside debug folder. So what I need to do is this folder need to be copied to debug. Okay, yes, it is still not copied to debug. So okay, how do we set it as copyable? I see, yes, this is the way it is. So we can't set the folder entirely as copy to output. However, I can set the files inside it. You see, I will say copy if never, and I will say copy if never. Build action is none. Let's run the application, and they should be copied here during the compile. Yes, it is copied, and it is going to run. Oh, it says cannot locate resource images previous. Interesting. However, it is here. Previous PNG. Image source can't find image. Okay, let's see it. Oh, it says build action has to be resource. Okay, so we will change this to as resource. Okay, and this one as well as resource. And okay, let's run it again. Okay, maybe this is because yeah, I think I need to add this to here. Yes, finally they are working. So you see, they are working as expected. However, when I hover them, they changes. We will fix it though. Okay, so I think we need to add hover effect. Okay, someone has already asked a question. Wow, so much code. Yeah, there is also image content. Okay, I had guessed it, but I will just make it like this. So it says image source. Now I think I can remove this. Yeah, we don't need to set it as background. Let's change this as well. Let's try this way. So normally we write some text to content. Working, but this time I am writing as image as the content. Okay, it is working fine. Okay. So what we are doing is basically, if the selected index is at the end of our tabs, we move index to 0 when the next is clicked, or if the index is 0 when the previous is clicked, we move to the last index. This is basically what we are doing. It is pretty simple, and we have width and height, and stretch is fill. Maybe we can remove this. I wonder what will happen. And maybe it will look better. Yeah, anyway, they are not very important. Okay, so this is about styling your application. It is totally up to you. Okay, so where are we right now? We are at 2 hours. Okay, I think I will continue next week. For this week, this is enough. So let's take notes. Apps, how to make a button as image button, add images as resources to the project and copy them to the output folder, debug folder. Okay, what else we did? Okay, and next week. Next week. Okay, I'm going to upload project to the our GitHub repository. By the way, I will show you this as well. Let's also update that file, yes. So let's open our introduction to programming and let's open the project. Okay, I will write it right now. And I am adding another condition. Okay, let's write it in English as well. Okay, so everyone will be sending a Word or PDF document along with their final project files. This document will contain all of your comments. This document will contain screenshots of all of your comments to the lecture videos. Take screenshots with high resolution. They should be clearly readable. Okay. Those who fail to send this document will be counted as not attended to the courses. Therefore, they will get FF score. One moment. Okay. 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 So let me update this file as well. Please also let your friends know that we have added another requirements to the project. You can always ask me your questions from our Discord channel or from our email. Let me update the project file description date as well. Like this. Okay. All right. I think we are ready. Okay. And okay. Please try to be safe from coronavirus. It's a really serious disease. Don't take it lightly. Hopefully see you next week.